Hey, what's going on, babies? What's happening? Good evening and welcome to Raw Talk Live.
Yay, oh yay, 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 oh yay, yay, yay. No, I'm not perfect, no. I made my mistakes, and now.
Hey, what's going on, babies? We coming in hot. We coming in hot tonight. We coming in hot tonight. What's going on, girlfriend Peggy?
Hey, girlfriend Missy, what's going on? What's
You,
going on
baby,
with you? Beautiful,
you.
beautiful.
Thank you, beautiful.
Looking
Look at you.
gorgeous.
I see you came ready for battle. You got your combat gear on.
Yes, girl. I'm greasing up the palms. We're gonna get it on and popping tonight. We got gonna be a little
I
hot.
see you got your ink pen. That means you done wrote down some notes. You taking notes. What you doing, girlfriend? She getting Peggy.
I'll never
Listen,
tell. I'll never tell.
Peggy was on one last week. That's all we know. Peggy was on one last week. And so I can't wait to hear what she got to say this week. How you been, baby?
Good. I've been good. You know, dealing with everyday life. Just
That's
stuff
everybody.
comes up. It's a natural. It's a given. We got to expect that everything is not always going to be smooth. It's not always going to be smooth sailing. So we have to expect the rough waves and the high tides to come in and kind of swoop the ship over from one side to the next from time to time. And we got to know how to, get our bearings back and get that paddle and get the paddling again. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
Get
get
that
to
control.
moving.
Yeah.
Get to
So
moving.
that's what relationships
Okay.
all about.
So tonight Peggy has she's adorned herself and crowned herself tonight. She's got it going on tonight. This is a totally different style of head wrap that we are accustomed to seeing from you, but it is sporty, it is sexy, it is pretty. And anytime Peggy wraps her head, we always have to try and guess what the hell did she use this time. Was it a tablecloth, a table runner, a shower curtain? Was it a pillowcase, a sheet, a dress? Oh, the double knot in the back. You giving them hell back there, girlfriend Peggy.
I had a 27-piece, what you call it? I like to wear my own hair when I wear my hair out. But for some reason, before Thanksgiving, I had my hair done. It was something going on, a lot going on. I ended up doing a 27, I think they call it a 27 quick piece, something like that. It's almost like a wig, but she's designing and styled it so it's looking like it's your own hair or whatever.
Okay.
And honey, I had the time of my life trying to get that out my head. It was crazy. And it reminds me of why I prefer to stick with my own hair.
Yes.
I had a cap on it and then it was glued down. And let me tell you, I didn't know what the heck I was doing trying to get this thing out my head. But it took me about 2 hours last night. And I got up early this morning and started working on it again. But I finally got it all out and I got my hair permed and laid down and wrapped up and everything. So I'm ready to go back to the hairdresser now.
Okay. Okay. And you have to be careful with that because you end up damaging and tearing out your own hair. You can't do that stuff too much. One day you wake up bald headed.
Yeah. I know I was cutting up under there and cutting stuff out and cutting the cross and here and had it all pulled up to the top. And it was, I'm telling you, I had a time with it. So I know my hair is shorter than what it was, but that's okay because I like short hair anyway. She can chop it off some more. Just keep my sides short and keep my back short and give me a little something up here to work with. I'm good to go. So yeah, I wrapped it up tonight.
And that's what you do. And it looks beautiful. You don't want to put no basic thing on your head. You can do that and you can go anywhere and look beautiful and stylish and presentable.
Yeah. And it's comfortable. It's so comfortable.
Turn around one more time. I love the double bun and the bun and the tie in the back. That's beautiful. So now, what did you use for the black part?
This is leggings. That's a pair of leggings that I take and
Shut
tie
up.
and wrap it around the back, twist it up and wrap it around to make the ball, make my bun back there. And then this is a camouflage t-shirt that I
Okay.
tied, twist it, tie it, make a knot in the back and kind of try to blossom it a little bit to make a little rose back there or whatever it do. And just put my little, adorned it with my little crown brooch.
Yes.
Voila.
Always a
Simple,
queen. She's
simple and ready to go.
always the queen. The queen is always represented. The queen is always represented. Well, thanks for representing for all the queens in the building tonight.
Well, you always represent as well, girlfriend. That's why I love you so much.
I love
You're
you
just a
too.
beautiful sister inside and out, and you are just radiant and glowing. And woo, that smile is so big and bubbly. It's tonight.
I don't know why.
What is going on? What is going on? You know, I can read you. I can read your mind, baby. Something going on.
Well,
What
we're
you
gonna
thinking?
see.
What you
I'm trying
thinking?
to make something happen. I'm working
Okay.
on making something happen.
Yeah.
I kind of took myself out of the game this year, but here near the end, I decided to get back in. I
Okay.
decided to get back on the court. Shout out to a beautiful Christian Williams, handsome
Oh,
Christian Williams. Hello, and that's your friend. Hi, he
who
says
is that?
hi. What's up, Miss Peggy McKeever? Listen here, Mister Williams. You
Christian
gonna come in
Williams?
the building, huh?
Who is that? Christian Williams?
Christian Williams, you can't come
Uh,
in the building, sir, and only speak to one person. What is your problem? Where's your manners?
that is my dear beloved Clover's son. You know my girlfriend,
Oh,
Miss
oh,
Clover? Yes, that's her
we miss
son. Yes.
Clover.
Hey, Christian, baby.
Hi, Christian
Yeah.
baby.
How you doing, my love? Yes. So glad he checked in with us. I hope he stay around and give us his input. He a young man, but he can still partake in the conversation as well.
Listen, all men are able to participate with that. I wanted to look and
Yes.
see something that somebody sent me in response to our question. What is all right. So our dear friend Deidre, hold on, let me see what he said. Oh, hello to well, thank you, Christian. Hello, baby. We love you.
Yes.
Thank you for
Very
being there.
respectful. Yes.
Yeah, so we're waiting for the Raw Talkers to get in the building tonight. Now, Deidre, this
Oh,
is what Deidre said. I'm reading this from my messenger, my Facebook messenger. Our friend Deidre Allen says, as long as I can do what I want to do, also he asked me and then he asked me about nothing. I'm down. I'm down with it. But if you want to try to regulate me, you're going to get regulated.
okay.
Okay. So, of course, the
Okay.
question for tonight is a man says that he's paying all the bills. And if he's paying all of the bills, then you can't ask him anything. And here's what happened. Last week, we were talking about relationships and money and men coming into your life, and they should be ready to enhance your life. They shouldn't be a burden. They should be happy to contribute to your lifestyle or whatever. And we're talking about a man, not just anybody who you just date and just dry along so, but a man
Right.
who you are in a relationship with, in a monogamous committed relationship, whether you're boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, or well, of course,
Living together.
living together, that type of thing, or he coming through on a regular,
Regular.
that sort of thing, and that he should be ready to make a contribution. So that was the conversation last week. And after the show, a friend of mine who was in the audience said to me, well, listen, if I'm contributing a certain amount of money to her household, on a regular basis, on a monthly basis, or whatever, or what he said specifically, if I'm paying all of the bills Then when I get ready, when I go to the door, she better not ask me anything. She better not ask me where I'm going, who I'm going with, what I'm going to do, or when I'll be back. And I said, "Oh, really?"
Woo,
Yes, girl.
that's
I had
my
to clutch my
girl.
pearls too. I had to clutch my paparazzi.
Yes, girl. What? That's why I say, girlfriend, we got to talk about this.
I'm like, listen, he and I, we argued for about 3 hours. Oh, not argue, but we had a deep heated
A good
discussion.
heated conversation. Yeah.
And I was so pissed off. I'm in the middle of the conversation. I'm texting Peggy. I said, "Peggy, I am talking to so and so, and he is pissing me off
You
all the
did.
way." My sister Linda Enzo in the building. Thank you, baby. Thank you for being with us. Much love to
Hey, beautiful
you.
queen.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. And so
Yeah.
that's what he said. "Oh, yeah, she better not ask me nothing. I'm paying all the bills." And I said, "Wait a minute. Just wait one doggone minute. Where do you get off making that kind of statement? If you're paying all the bills, is somebody holding a gun to your head to make you pay all the bills?" At some point along the way, there was some discussion, there was some agreement about you doing that. And if you're going to do that, you need to do it with what, Peggy?
With a grateful heart and an attitude of being happy, being joyful,
Yes, you're
being
supposed
a
to be a
joyful
happy
giver.
giver.
Yes, being joyful and happy and
Right. And as a
proud
man,
and
mm,
with pride. You giving with pride.
right. Because this is your
This
woman.
is this your queen, who you profess to
It's
be
your
your
queen.
queen, that you love, that you want to make happy. The conversation spawned from, and when a man says that he wants to make you happy, what does he mean? And then we took it to the next level when he says, "I want to take care of you." So we went from what does it mean? What do men mean when they say they want to make you happy? And then we took it to the next level with when he says he wants to take care of you. We're going to another level now. So now that you're taking care of me, you're making me happy. Now you want to come out this bag with since I'm paying all the bills, you can't ask me nothing. To me, that was like, oh,
Uh,
okay,
um,
we're gonna talk about it.
okay,
Yes.
no,
No,
absolutely not.
because now
Ain't
you govern
happening.
yourself like you're single. So if you
Right.
want to govern yourself like you're single, then we need to both be on the same page. I don't have a problem with you, whatever way you want to flow. Just make sure I'm tuned into the meeting and I'm on the same page you on. Because I want to
Exactly.
give you back that same energy. If I'm giving you love and respect and I'm doing whatever and I don't have attitudes with you and whatever, I expect the same thing in return when you're giving my bonuses and my gifts and my little gifts of appreciation. I want to give it in the same spirit that you get
Exactly.
yours.
Exactly. And
Yes.
and I said to
Go ahead
him,
with
"What are you
that.
talking about?" Is this what do you call it? Uh,
An arrangement?
no, like when
No.
somebody rules completely. It's not a democracy. It's a
Rulership?
dictatorship.
A
It's a
dictatorship. Okay.
dictatorship.
Mm-hmm.
If it's because I'm not going to sign up for a dictatorship.
Right.
And you can't do that and then change the rules
In midstream.
in midstream.
Right.
You need to be a cheerful giver. That's right, Linda Enzo. You need to be a
A
cheerful
cheerful
giver. You
giver.
can't
That's
change
right.
the
If you
rules
say
in
this is what I
midstream.
want to do, baby, I got you. I'm gonna make you happy. This is what it's gonna take to make you happy. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it all. Not only am I gonna do A, B, and C, D. I'm gonna do A through Z for you. I'm gonna make sure you good. So how
Right.
you gonna make me happy and make sure I'm good and do A through Z,
And
and
then
now you
come with
want
the
to come
bullshit.
and then you want to come and jump out of another bag on me? Oh no.
Oh
That's why
no.
what, ladies?
Rhea says, I had a man tell me if he's paying all the bills, he can have other women because he
You
takes
know,
care of what I need. So, she needs to stay in her
in her
place.
place. Wow. And that's what they think once they start contributing in a full manner. They feel like they can do whatever they like, that they are paying the cost to be the boss. And that's why we always have to make sure that we are still in a position of power and control. So at any moment we can say, listen, baby, You know what? Everything was going on right here just good when you before you twizzled your butt on through here. And if that's the way you want to conduct yourself, and I'm not with it. So
I'm
you
not
just
with it.
take all that energy, your bad attitude, your givings, and just take it on out of here. Go ahead on
Right.
to the next one with that.
Take
Because we're
that,
not doing that over here.
you and your money can let the doorknob hit you,
Hit
and
you.
then you can go out there and get you a dirty foot stinking whore, and
Yes. Pay
and
her.
give her your money then,
Yes.
because that ain't happening
You
over
called her
here.
something else earlier, didn't you?
What did
You
I
called it
call her?
you called it a sewer bucket or something?
Oh, if you want to stick your penis in the sewer,
In the
you,
sewer.
yeah, in a sewer, you want
In
to
the sewer hole, yeah.
in a sewer hole, then go on and do that. Jane Evans says, even if he's paying all the bills, what about sweat equity? We are both contributing.
That's the point. We are both contributing. We are both doing due diligence to make sure things are going running properly or whatever. I'm adding into whatever I bring to the table. You bring in what you bring to the table because it's money. Like I said, that doesn't give you the power to say I can do whatever I want to do now. And a lot of men get it twisted, and they think that's what it is. They can now switch out on the way they treat you. Now they want to be disrespectful. Now they want to talk to you any kind of way. Now they want to no.
Yeah, and you can't ever let anybody get you in a position where you can't pick up and go, because that's what Rhea said she did. She said, okay, if that's how you want to be. She said her car was packed and she was on her way out of town. She didn't even go across town. Rhea left town.
Okay, you got let it be ready. Let them hit it exactly. So
Yeah.
you got to know where you stand. You got to be able to stand. If you were standing when he came through, don't get comfortable. Don't get
Hmm.
comfortable when he come through and start doing all those good, wonderful things. And because like I say, once they start doing that, they feel like they get in your position where they want you. I got her right where I want her now. Now I can
Right.
start dogging her. Now I can start treating her bad. Now I can start talking to her any kind of way. Now I can start handling her. No, you can't. Don't
No, you
ever
can't.
get that comfortable where you think you're gonna do that because it's not gonna happen.
No, it's not going to happen, and we shouldn't let it happen. And
Shouldn't let
so,
it happen.
and I said to him, I said, I don't get that. I said, when you got together with this person that you cared for so much, and you say, I'm going to make you my queen, and I'm going to do these things for you, that I would think that would have come as a result of some mutual respect. And so now we're in this situation, and you're paying for everything, and now you want to disrespect me. I said, that's
Yes.
disrespectful to say I can't ask you where you're going with your stupid ass. Because suppose something happens to you, I need to at least know where to start looking.
Looking for you. Yeah. Where you made your
you
last
know,
tracks.
I get right.
It's
Oh, you left.
rude. It's rude, it's disrespectful, it's unacceptable. And that's the thing. In order to and that's not how a lot of women get off track. They they lose track of what they were doing before he came with all that. So they kind of lose the and say, well, I'm kind of stuck because I need, I do need those funds. But you got to be ready to whether you need those funds or don't need those funds. You got to be let them know you can hit it,
Yeah.
and you got to be willing to stand on it.
You got to be willing to stand on it. You got to, if it means, getting a second job, whatever it is, you got to figure it out.
Right.
You got to figure it out. Rhea says there are more things to be done besides paying bills. The
Absolutely.
house needs to be clean. Hello, somebody. There's shopping that needs to be done. There's cooking that has to be done. There's sex. Sometimes there's children that have to be cared for. All of that has to be,
Yes.
a home, running a home properly is a
Takes
job.
all that. Right. It's a
And
whole
that's
job in itself.
right.
Right.
And let me tell you something, there is no better person to pay to take care of your children than the woman who had them.
Hmm. You say that right. And then we all know that women been underpaid and underappreciated for centuries for being stay-at-home moms and doing the jobs that they have been doing for centuries, raising, yes, their kids, but they're not their kids alone, meaning ours. They're our kids. So therefore,
Exactly.
Yeah. So what do you mean? They your kids? Yeah, they. I didn't have these kids by myself.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
so and Rhea said, yes, stupid ass. That's why I was laughing. laughing. And she said, straight up, you know.
Right. Yes.
Linda says her mother always told her as a child that a man is like a dog. She said, I saw how my father paid all of the bills, and my mother had to stay home until all 6 of his children were in school. She said, my mother had to wear all those, she had to wear
Mm.
all those ass whippings. She wore ass whippings from him too, in the front
Mm.
yard, in front of all of the neighbors. Hello, somebody.
Mm.
Just because she asked him who
Mm-hmm.
was that woman he was walking home with. Shut the front door.
Yes.
And she ain't lying. That's
You
my
ain't lying.
sister. She ain't lying. That's
You
my
ain't lying.
sister. And Mama told me straight up one day. She said, "You see my eye right here, how it's
Mm.
kind of hanging down on this side." She said,
Mm.
"That's where Frank punched me in my goddamn eye."
Hmm. Oh, they were wearing ass whoopings left and right back in the day. But see, now sister give a brother a run for his money. Cause see, they know all about the hot grits and them cast iron frying pans, and they keep things by their bed. Don't go to sleep tonight, Negro. Okay, because I got you.
I
So
got you
you better
with
know
that
who you're dealing with
foolishness.
when you start pulling your stuff, because they ain't going for it.
Mm-mm.
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 No.
And so you're going, man. I'm gonna be out the door right behind you. You'll be wondering where I am.
Exactly. When I
I
start
get somebody
matching
to come
energy,
over there.
okay, you going to the left, okay, I'm going to the right. That's what you want it to be, because see, I
Right.
don't have
What's good for
that's
the
playing
goose is
games
good for
again,
the
and
gander.
I don't want to play games. I don't have time to play games. I was just looking at Malika. She's a influencer, a motivational speaker. She's on TikTok. I see on TikTok a
Mm-hmm.
lot. And she was just saying, you did all of this to get my attention. I was minding my own business, living my best life, doing what
You
I do.
wanted me.
I supported me, had my own everything, cars, homes, whatever, and you begged for attention. And I finally, stopped and paid you some attention and decided to let you in my life, in my space. And now you want to come in and doing all these good, wonderful things, but then now you want to change. You in there now. Now you want to switch up on me. Don't switch up. Don't switch up, boo.
We're not doing that.
Switching up gonna get you switched out. That's what it's gonna
Right.
get you. Yeah,
Right. Say,
yeah.
let save that bait and let the car dealers do the bait and switch. Don't come in here on me with no bait and
With
switch.
no bait and switch.
Right.
Stay
And
the
as a
same.
man, I would think that you would be happy and proud that you could provide for your woman in that
In
fashion.
that manner, you would be happy, you'd be proud, and every time it was time for you to do what you said you was gonna do, and when you're supposed to do, you be like, "Here, baby, here you go. I got you. I told you I was gonna look out for you. Here you go. Do what you gotta do. Handle that. Is that enough? You good? Okay, baby. Yeah. I love you. That's how
Uh-huh.
it should be done. That's how it should be done.
That's exactly. But when
Unless
he
I'm wrong.
told
Now,
me,
ladies, if I'm wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Because I don't mind. I can take correction.
yeah, the fellas didn't show up tonight. I guess they didn't
No,
like that subject.
they are clear. Christian came in and said, hello. I haven't heard something from anything. He, like I say, he's a little young, but haven't heard anything back from him. But the men, our raw talkers, they ghost on us tonight. But that's okay, because the conversation's still gonna be had. Rain and shine, we still gonna do our thing.
Most definite.
Yeah.
Most
Yeah.
definitely. Hi, Sinitra. Shima by Sinitra, your paparazzi personal shopper in the building. My
In
sister
the
too. Hey,
building.
baby. Yeah, she said, yeah, that's right. Listen, when he told me that, I just absolutely couldn't believe it. And as the conversation went on, then he came around and got back to his senses. I'm saying, if you want respect from this woman, you're going to have to start by giving it.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
and he said, because she asking me where I'm going, because right away, you thinking that means I'm cheating. And I said, now see, no. Why would she think that? Have you given her any other reason? Now if you've done some things
Already
in
have
the
a pattern.
past, and
Yeah,
your pattern is changing,
exactly.
and your pattern, you haven't been doing any going out with the boys, and now all of a sudden your old ass want to go out with the boys. What's going on? What boys? Where to do what? That's all. And if if you're truthful, then what's the big deal about saying where you're going or what you're doing?
Right. It is.
You would expect that from anybody. I told him, I said, hey, listen, when I go off somewhere, I let my people at home know where I am, where I'm going, who I'm with. I'm grown. Yeah, you grown. You don't have to tell nobody nothing, but out of
It,
respect.
and not only that, like I say, in today's world, for men and women, you better let somebody know where you're going and where you making your last moves at. Because like I say, I'll tell you all the time, you can get snatched. They like men organs too.
Yeah, they sure do.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you better let somebody know where you riding out
you
to.
better let somebody. And listen, you ain't gonna have to let me know that, because if we're in that type of relationship, if
I
we
know
are
what
that
it is.
close, if we are
Yeah.
living together, you're gonna have Friend Finder on your phone. I'm gonna
Mm.
be able to open up my phone and put your name in and see where I'm gonna see your car driving down 285 or I-4 or whatever city or state that you're in. I'm gonna see you. All
Mm.
right. I have it on my children. My children have it on me.
Mm-hmm.
So if I don't answer the phone, they can look and see where I am. If
Where
I'm
you
somewhere where there's Wi-Fi and all of that, they're going to be able to see where I am.
at? Mm-hmm.
And at least think, well, maybe she's there. So yeah, we're going to have that. I'm going to know where you are. So you might as well tell me where you're going,
What
because you can have an accident, you could get sick, any number of things could happen. And
can
if you
happen?
tell me I'm going to be back in 3 hours and the 3 hour mark hits and you're not
4 hours
here.
and 5 hours and 6 hours passing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing
Yep,
about it
Rhea
is,
agrees.
yeah, another thing is you know who it is you're dealing with. You know your people. You know them before they start paying bills, what type of man they are, what type of woman she is. And this is just not just to the men. Like I say, it's about men and women as well. You know who you're dealing with before all that other stuff even come into play. You know who it is you're dealing with. So when he tell you I'm going over my brother Johnny, he ain't visited brother Johnny in 15 years, but you been knowing him. And you know that's a lie coming out of his mouth to begin with. So you know whether they being truthful and honest or not. And like I say, it don't take long for things to happen. We know that. It don't
It
take
sure
all
don't.
day to do wrong. It don't take all day to cheat. It don't take all day. And we deal with liars and people that's very good liars. And you just got to know who it is you're dealing with, it, what you're willing to put up with. Like I say, every woman not gonna put up and deal with the same thing. They can deal with it. They fine with it. Because like I say, when he hitting to the right, they hitting to the left. They good.
They're good.
They good.
Um, Crystal, hey, Crystal. Hey, Boo Boo Kitty. Hi, my Boo Boo Kitty cat, Crystal. She said she tells all of her children the same thing. You tell them where you're going, what you're doing, when I'll be back. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, most definitely.
It
Thank
is
you,
important.
Sinitra. Sinitra hitting people up, child. Sinitra is bringing the sisters into the chat. Thank you,
Oh,
Sinitra.
wonderful. Thank you,
Uh-huh.
thank you, Queen.
Rhea
We
said
love
all
you.
of this needs to be established in the first conversation. That's the problem. We don't date and talk anymore.
Mm.
You
Well,
know,
old-fashioned dating, or like we say, dating as we knew it back in the day, or in our mother's time, courting and all that other kind of stuff. It's been replaced with fast food, drive by, swipe to the left, a quick hit and get to know you, and we meeting up, and then next, you doing things and in a relationship, and it's just fast, 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 fast.
and you haven't talked about anything. And I think right at the very beginning, that's when you talk about everything. Before I have an emotional connection to you, before
Mm-hmm,
I'm worried about I'm not trying to impress you at this
mm-hmm.
point. Let's have a real conversation. Do you like this and that? Do you do this, that, and the other? What are you accustomed to? What's your philosophy on it? But baby, by the time we get to the point where you talking about
Going on the first date, you already know this ain't nothing to be played up with. I don't even want to go out with you, girl, because you really too serious for me. Because yeah, I want to tell you, I'll tell you what you did. I'll answer your questions. I'll tell you straight up how I am. So you already know how I am before you even try to start getting your foot in the door. Don't try it, because I'm not gonna try to be playing with you a whole lot.
Right. Linda said pimping is dead.
I don't know about it. I don't agree with that.
She
I
said
think
pimping
pimping
is
is well
dead.
alive, child. I think people still out there doing big pimping.
Yes, yes, yes. All right, now Rhea is in on it, reaching out to the sisters, making sure that they know that Raw Talk is on and
Oh,
and that is going down. Now, I had a friend who had a husband who was a corporate executive. They
uh-huh.
had a lot of money. He
Mm-hmm.
made big money. And what she brought to the table was her ability to create this fabulous home for them and
Mm-hmm.
run that household and maintain that household. I'm gonna tell you something. When you looked in his closet, all of the hangers matched. All of the shirts, was clean and
Lined
starched and
up.
hanging in
Mm-hmm.
the same direction. I mean, she had that thing laid out. Yeah, she could do that.
Yeah.
He made it possible and convenient for her to do that. Now,
Yes.
whether or not he told her where he was going and what he was doing, I don't know. But all I know is she went by the rules, and she was always there and always available, and always she was the type of person who could entertain his corporate
People.
clients.
Mm-hmm.
That's what she brought to the
Yeah.
table.
Mm-hmm.
But physically, she had some ailments. She had some issues, and maybe she felt like this was a good trade-off.
Right.
If he's out there philandering around, so what? I
Mm-hmm.
have all of this. I got all of the assets. I'm well taken care of. Some people don't mind making that trade-off because they
Right.
have other mitigating factors that make them feel like this is a good deal for me. If it's a good deal for you, then do it.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
But knowingly, don't blindside me. Don't get me all wrapped up in it and then hit me over the head once you got me in the house and tell me I got to go upstairs in my room and be quiet, because I'm not.
Right. Go to your room. Leslie, go to your room. What the hell? No.
What the hell?
Right.
What the hell? And so Jane says, my father always told me to take care of yourself. When I was married, she said when she was married, her husband paid the bills, but she always had her own thing
Wrong
going
thing going
on,
on.
whether it was a
Mm-hmm.
job, a side hustle, something, whatever the situation. Her husband knew that she was never broke.
That's the key. Staying in
And
that
he had to
position
think
of
about the moves he made. And you would think that a man would appreciate a woman like that, because sometimes he gets in a tight.
right.
Things happen.
Mm-hmm.
Things happen.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
Cassandra B, thanks for joining us. Thank you, Sinitra, for inviting everybody. Thank you, Rhea, for doing the same. Crystal says,
Yes.
nah, I can take care of my basic needs. So me being quiet, what you talking about, Willis?
That part. Not gonna happen. And
Mm-mm.
that's part of Black women. I think about where we get the rap the rap
About being
versus
an
what
angry Black women?
being angry. It's not that we angry, baby. It's just that we just don't have a problem expressing how we feel when we feel what we feel. Because we're gonna let you know what's up. We're gonna let you know why we mad. Well, I do anyway. I can let you know
I
why
know you do.
I can let you know exactly why I'm mad, what I'm upset about, and what you need to do to kind of get these things back together, or you can take your other exit plans in consideration.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, we're not doing that.
Ain't
When we
nobody
gonna sit
shutting
back and
up.
just be quiet and timid and scared and okay, baby, whatever it is you say, We're not doing that.
No, it's like Linda said earlier, back in the day during her mother's time, women, they weren't necessarily trying to be entrepreneurs or going to school and pursuing other careers. They were doing the traditional thing of being home and taking care of the children. And,
Right.
to have a man, beat you down and take advantage of you when you are performing the greatest, the most important
Valuable.
job in the world.
Most valuable. Yes.
The most valuable job in the world. Taking
Mother's
care of and raising your children, not running off to work and paying some stranger to raise your child for 8 or 10 hours a day, but you're there doing that. And then that's how that's the thanks I
That's
get.
the thank you
That's
you
the
get.
payback I get.
Right.
That you get to whore around and then tell me, what I can and can't do and punch me in my effing eye. Get the
Right.
hell out of here.
Because
Cassandra B said it wouldn't be me. No way, no how.
That's right. And a lot of us got that fortitude from my mothers, because some of my mothers wouldn't take no ass whipping. My mother always said, ain't no man gonna beat me down, period. It's not happening.
No, this is
And
what
she
my
had
mother
4
told
children
me.
to raise.
Exactly. This is what my mother told me. She said he can't beat up in the front and beat up in the back at the same time. You can't get my coochie and beat it down to the ground.
You beat me up and
and beat me up at the same time.
And I feel that way about talking to me sideways. I feel like you can't have attitude and talk at me sideways and then want me to hug up and kiss up and love up on you. That's not a good combination for me.
No, because really and truly the foreplay for women, happens days before you get
in the bed. Yeah. It is those different things that you do, the loving way that you handle me, the way that you talk to me, the kiss on the back of the neck, the slap on the hug around the waist or whatever it is.
Yes, all the little pat on your boom boom as you sashay by.
Yeah. Little kisses on the breast or whatever. Yeah, whatever. And then
yes,
go.
Don't slide by the kisses on the breast, Peggy. You're supposed to say that and pause. You're supposed to pause for effect.
Yes, girl. And then we like, if you don't get you have your hand up like you know how they used to back slap the hell out of you. Oh Lord, I tell you.
Knock your head between that washer and that dryer. That's what happened to you.
You know how they used to let me get your head right between these 2 knees. Okay?
Oh yeah.
Your head and just
tear your ass up. He might like that though. So we might have to think of some other means of torture.
No, he ain't gonna like it. I guarantee you he ain't gonna like that.
Because you're gonna set fire to that ass, ain't you? It ain't gonna be for fun. Folks gonna know about it.
Person. Like I say, leave me how I am. I'm not a violent person. I don't like all that arguing and fighting. I ain't gonna argue with you. Where my people at? You got them queued up.
Listen, girlfriend Peggy, you so damn crazy.
That's the thing.
I can't argue with you. You mad. I can't argue with you. No. Look at you. Look at you.
That part. We ain't arguing about that.
Let me be cool, calm, and collected. Do what you say you're gonna do. Do what you're supposed to do. I'm gonna do what I'm supposed to do, and we're gonna be grown and we're gonna get along.
Yes.
Don't make it complicated.
Yeah, but don't get up on your high horse telling me what I can ask and what I can't ask. Is you crazy? Whatever you smoking, I need some of it too. Because
please pass some this way.
Puff pass on that. Because if we getting crazy up in here, ain't nobody warn me. I didn't know we were getting crazy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
That's okay. But listen, but you understand why I was so upset with him?
Oh
I
yeah,
just
I
could
do
not.
understand, girlfriend. I
I
really
couldn't
do.
believe that. I
I
could
really
not.
do. I,
I
and,
could not believe that.
and
What
you
are
had
you
every right to be
saying? You
upset
know
too,
what?
because that
Huh?
made me hot.
You know what arrogant place in your mind is that
Where
coming
that come
from?
from?
You
Right.
know, who made up that rule? You know, who made up that rule? What are you talking about?
You need to be sensitive.
You can't ask me any questions. Well, bitch, then you can't ask me nan neither. How about that? Don't
Right.
ask me where your dinner is. And you know what? You ain't supposed to mess with the person who's cooking your food. I'm just saying.
Right? Ain't gonna come home and say, "Ooh, you sure right." You really not supposed to do
Rhea
that.
say, okay, okay. You listen, you ain't
Are you
supposed to mess
mad?
with the person that is preparing your
Cooking your
food.
food. Are
You
you
better
mad?
act like you know something.
Okay.
All
Or
right.
that you sleeping next to also.
Uh, all of that. Rhea said, don't ask me shit.
I know that's right.
Right, that's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. You setting it's a recipe for disaster. As soon as you get, too big for your britches, like you're the only one who has some money and the
Yeah.
only person, who can do anything. But that's why it's critical. But I wonder if now because we are so independent, does that make men more defensive, because they know that you can get up and go, you'll go, and you can make
Make
it
it
on your
happen. You can
own.
make things happen regardless. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
I you
what's the
know
sense
I
of
don't
being
know if they're
defensive?
coming from that.
We not looking for an offensive and a defensive team. We're not playing against each other. We on the same team. So
Right.
what's to be defensive about? We supposed to be working together to help each other do what we got to do. You know.
Exactly.
So what's the defense about? What you so offended? What's no.
What the hell is the matter with you? Is the question. Brandy
Right.
Shannon is in the virtual building with us. Hey, baby.
Hey,
Welcome,
baby.
welcome to the fray.
Welcome,
Welcome
Queen.
to welcome. She said, I'm trying to catch up. What had happened? See, what had happened was this man dared to say to me that if he is paying all the bills, if he's in a relationship with a woman and he is paying all of the bills, then she doesn't have a right to question him about anything. He says, when I go over there to that door, she better not ask me where I'm going, who I'm going with, what I'm doing, or when I'll be back. And I said, Negro Damas, you must be out of your mind.
You don't fail and bump your head.
You must be out of your ever-loving mind. If if you're in a loving, committed relationship with a woman, and see, and that's it, that has honesty and trustworthiness and love and respect in it, then
For
where does
you
that attitude that you just gave me came
come
from?
from.
Come
Yes.
from? Where did it come
Well,
from?
and why would you want to do that? Why would you want to set things up that way? Because you're setting up a recipe for disaster. Because whatever you give out, a woman gonna take it and multiply it. So now, if you want to put out that foolishness and nonsense, we can take it up times 10. We can add on to that and make something out of it now.
Oh
You know?
yeah.
Okay, so like I said, don't bring that.
Don't do that. Don't bring that kind of energy. What are you talking about? Shirley Walthour in the building. Hey, sis. Welcome, welcome. She says some people are on something that they need to get, and they need to get off of it, and some people need to get on something. So whatever that drug you was on that made you say that, you need to get off of that drug, and then you need to get on something else.
Fast, quick, in a hurry. I know that's right.
If you know what's
Amen
good
on
for
that.
you.
I know that's right.
Uh-huh. Oh yes, baby. It took me about 3 hours to get him straightened out. Look, I make personal sacrifices for this show. And she said, "Oh hell to the no, 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 he didn't." And she said, "I know you straightened him out, Diva." Yes, I did, honey, most definitely. And not by being nasty, but by
You
being
don't,
logical.
right. And like I say, every argument you don't have to be nasty. You don't have to raise hell and yell and scream and argue and cut the food. If that's your thing and that's what you like to do, then hey, that's how you get your jollies off. That's you. Everybody different. But I don't feel like I need to I can talk so calm and quiet and ask you what's your problem and why you doing handling things the way you do. What's up?
Yeah,
I'm not bringing the drama. Asking a few simple questions and questioning you to make you think why are you behaving that way.
exactly.
It's not bringing the drama.
Uh-uh.
And also you getting
And,
accused of
and,
being
and
drama
to
queens.
me,
No, you the drama queen because you bringing the drama.
you bringing the drama, and it's definitely a red flag if you've been nice and regular all along, and then all of a sudden you want to come out of a bag on me. I'm like, what done crawled up your ass? What's going on with you? Because
Today.
it's
Yeah.
something different going on. And it sounds like you done got a little taste of something from somewhere else, and now you feeling like more than a man. You feeling like an extra man, because somebody else done winked at you, or paid some attention to you. You better not be going out nowhere spending no money on that hoe, you dirty dog. Sanisha says that we, that we are making great points, and I would like to think that any man who is capable of handling everything,
Yeah.
for his woman, his family, his household, should be a proud man, proud of himself and his accomplishments and his ability to do that. And I think maybe that's what's lost in the society, somewhat, that men don't take pride in being able to do that.
Right.
And it's not my fault that you may have been taken advantage of by some other women. You have to get beyond that and realize who I am. I'm not the other women. I'm different.
Right. And the thing that you said too, usually if a man is capable of handling that type of responsibility and is willing to do that, his maturity is of such, and his mannerism and his demeanor is not going to allow him. His conscience, he's usually a loving, humble person that is knowing
Yes.
knows that his job is to help and provide and to make sure that you're okay. So when it's time to do those things, he is not going to be rebellious and disrespectful and rude and make you feel some type of way because he's doing the bulk of what he's supposed to do. He's not
Hmm.
going to do that.
And that's another thing. I was talking to two different people, my son earlier, and then Shirley, who's here in the building with us tonight,
Mhm.
about men doing things that they're supposed to do, that are expected of them, that goes along with the position of being a man, and now you want extra credit for it.
Mm.
Look, you're supposed to take care of your family.
Of
If
your
you went and
woman.
got this
Of your
woman that
woman.
you wanted, and you wanted her
Yeah.
to be your woman or your wife, and then you have children together, you don't get extra credit for doing what you're supposed to do. I'm going to show you gratitude and appreciation, of course. But now you want, like, you want a hall pass so you can go do whatever you want to do. No, that's what you doing what you're supposed to do. When I clean up the house and I cook dinner and I make sure it's on the table hot, ready for you when you get in the door, you can say, "Thank you, baby. This is delicious. I want to hear that." But I'm not acting like I've done some great feat. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm holding
What
up
you're
my
supposed
end
to
of the
do.
bargain.
Right.
This is what you expected from me. This is what I presented that I would do for you. I'm not looking for extra credit. Why are you looking for extra credit? Oh, I was, I was honest with you. I told you that I was, with this other woman. It was a mistake. It ain't, you don't never slip and trip and fall in no coochie. That ain't never no mistake. That's done on purpose.
With much thought and planning.
With,
Very purposeful and intentional.
very much so.
Yeah,
Yes, yes,
yeah.
baby.
And probably a lot of
Yes,
thought on when this
yes,
can happen
Anita.
again. Hmm?
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So there you go. Just like I said, make sure that don't happen no more. Mistake and accident and all like that. I got you. I see what you're doing. I see where you're coming from. You know, ain't no extra credit. Ain't no extra credit for people doing what they're supposed to do. What you want? A gift? I don't know. I can't give you an allowance because you're paying all the bills and you got all the money. But
And the truth you
so
right here, you gonna rethink them. You gonna want to take those extras you was doing back.
Right.
So the little goodies
I'm
and
gonna
extras
cut
you
back
was
on.
getting.
I'm gonna cut back on some of the stuff I was doing.
How you can't tell me where you going and you won't come and jump in the bed and do all kind of stuff with me? No,
Right. You're not coming
you can't
back
even
from
tell me where you
Neverland, and
was.
I don't know where you've been and who you've been with and what you've been doing, and then come over here and have another party with your stinking ass. Ah. Tanisha says, no bill paying, no cookies. No cookies for you. And if I can't ask a question, no cookies. No cookies, no milk. Girlfriend Peggy, look. I said no cookies, no milk,
No,
nothing.
nothing.
You get nada.
Nada. Everything on E.
And so that's not the
Everything
way.
empty.
That's not the way it should be. That's not the way at all. That's not how we do things in the real world. No, she says none, none, none.
Right. Mature, God-fearing, loving, humble men know how to do it correctly. So,
They
like I
do.
said, there lies the problem when you're dealing with somebody who is not well-grounded, well-grounded, and how things should go.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
sometimes it's because they haven't had a good example of that. But it's
Yeah.
okay
That's where you
because
don't
no
have to be
matter what
alone.
example you had, you get to a point in your life where you're an adult. You can research, you can talk to people, you have your
You
own
find out.
experiences, you can come to your own conclusions,
Mm-hmm.
you can make up your own, you can make a decision.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you didn't have the best example ever,
Examples before you, right.
you still know somewhere along the way you're going to know what's right and what's wrong, what's good and what's bad in the
Right.
relationship.
Right.
uh so Nietzsche wants to know where those men are that you're describing.
They somewhere out there in the world.
I'm gonna tell you where they're not though. They
Where they not, girlfriend? Oh.
they're not well, I shouldn't, I was going to say they're not on the dating app, but maybe they
Mm.
are. They could be there. I have to believe that they are somewhere. It
Yeah,
might
I
be
believe they're
somewhere
somewhere.
over the rainbow,
Mm-hmm.
where the leprechaun's pot of gold lives. I don't know. They're out there somewhere where Christ lost his shoes. They're out there in the desert.
Yes. And I think maybe we should have the conversation as well, spawning from this conversation. I think it's a lot of men that deal with double-mindedness or um, bipolar or SPTD
Oh,
post traumatic.
PTSD.
PSD, yeah. And they are very good hearted, loving gentlemen. But then there are times when their mind and their personalities really do flip and change on you, and they are totally, completely different person. And
Yes.
how do you continuously deal with that?
Oh,
Because they have a heart and a mind to give and be loving, and they can be, and they can demonstrate that. And then they just flick a switch flip, and then you dealing with a whole new person. Like, who, who, when did you come in the room? And
but I would imagine that there are uh, some people who have that as a challenge, and I don't care if I'm talking to normal you or crazy you. Um, Pay the bills, and I'm going to ask you where your crazy ass is going. Hey, where's your crazy ass going?
or Ben or
Or
whatever.
being?
Yeah,
Shirley says many men are raised by other men who haven't been raised themselves.
yeah, but
And
yeah, I can only lean on that. Didn't have an example, wasn't raised by a man, this, that, and the other. Because once you reach the age of 25, 30, 40, you know how to correct the wrongs. You know how to find out. You know what's right and right, and what's wrong is wrong, and you know how to move into doing things the proper way. You don't need nobody to hold your hand to show you how to treat your woman right and how to talk to her properly and how to govern yourself accordingly.
mhm.
You know.
You done been to the barber shop once or twice. You done heard some conversation about something. And
Right, you
men
know.
know how to schmooze women. They know that we like to hear certain things. Men are visually stimulated, but women are stimulated by what we hear, what you're saying in our ear.
Hmm.
What kind of things you tell us that you want. I want to make you happy and
Hmm.
take care of you. See, that
Right.
makes us perk up.
Yes,
So
those are
they
good
they
words to
are
hear.
they're smart enough to figure that out. We want to welcome all of our new sisters in the building. Hey, what's going on?
Yes,
Welcome to Raw Talk Live. Please make sure that at the end of the broadcast that you like us on Facebook under our page, which is Raw Talk, and also on YouTube at Real As, that's AS, Real As Women Raw Talk on YouTube. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, all of that. Every Wednesday night at 9 o'clock, we have a conversation about things that affect men and women in our relationship and our coming together. And
yes,
it doesn't matter your age. All of us face these challenges and obstacles and have to figure out how to work it out.
right. And we learn from each other. We everybody have something different to contribute and bring to the table. So, like I said, I haven't had a lot of experience out there in the dating world, and um, so a lot of women have other perspectives that they can bring to the table to enlighten others and share. So
Mhm.
that's what this is for.
Yep, exactly. And
Hmm.
dating nowadays is different. It's more
So different.
challenging. I think the older you get, the more challenging it
It
becomes.
is.
Your needs are different, your desires, your expectations. Once you are 40, 50, 60, it's not what they were when you were
20,
20
30,
and
40.
30.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ball game, and the
Yeah.
men are different too. A lot of the men are bitter. They have
Mm.
they have worked hard and then have had everything stripped away from them because they
Hmm.
didn't stay in a relationship. They lost the house, they lost the children, they had to pay money, all of those kind of things. When you get to a point where you're meeting a man, he's had some trauma, and as a result may feel like he doesn't want to give anything or do anything for a woman. But
Hmm.
you're not going to have the company of the kind of woman that you want to be around with that attitude. You got to fix your attitude and realize that each person is different. And hopefully you've learned something, men and women both, that you've learned something from your past experiences that makes you a better person to be in relationship with, as opposed to a difficult person
Right.
to
And when
be in
you're
a
being
relationship with.
difficult and a person is telling you that you're being difficult, or why are you behaving this way? That should be a flag to you that, hey, I need to polish up my act. I need to do something a little bit different. Something is out of whack here.
Yep.
You know, yeah, I got to get it together.
Most definite. Get it together or leave it alone. And so
Hmm.
we want to thank everybody for joining us tonight, for being in the virtual building at Raw Talk.
Yes,
We love and appreciate you so much. We are coming up on our 1 year anniversary. We cannot
yes.
believe that we have come so far, and we've done so with your love, your help, and your support. So we thank you greatly for
Thank you
joining
so
us
much.
tonight.
Yes,
And girlfriend Peggy and I so look forward to having a chance to talk with you again next week.
yes.
And you just
Another hot
never know.
topic.
So watch out on Facebook, and you'll see what the next topic will be about. And for a final comment, Shirley Walthour says the barbershop is where men talk to other men who know much about little when it comes to dealing with a grown
Grown
a
ass.
woman.
Yes. And that's the difference. See, that I think they can get away with all that nonsense when they're not dealing with a grown ass woman who's
Yes.
not afraid to tell you what you can do when you get off on that bad foot. You need to get on the good foot.
You need to get on the good foot.
Get
You
on the
most
good foot,
certainly
or get
do.
the hopping on away from here on that bad foot.
Oh, oh my goodness. Peggy, sometimes I just can't with you. I just don't know. But I love you much, girlfriend. Thanks,
I love
everybody.
you
Y'all
too,
have a
girlfriend.
wonderful night and a great
Yes.
rest of your week. We are out of here.
Yes.